So we look at the first BRICS summit since Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran and the UAE joined the bloc earlier this year. Among many things on the agenda is the issue of reducing reliance on the US dollar. Russia has also proposed a unified depository and clearance system for the BRICS states. This is Moscow's latest effort to encourage member countries to expand financial cooperation without the assistance of the West.
The US dollar's dominance as the world's primary reserve currency has been a pillar of the global financial system for decades. But today, this dominance faces significant challenges, with BRICS leading a wave of initiatives aimed at reducing reliance on the dollar.
BRICS Pay, touted as an alternative to the US dollar, has the potential to revolutionize global finance by allowing BRICS nations to make cross-border payments more efficiently using their own currencies. But what exactly is BRICS Pay and why is it so significant? Well, BRICS Pay is a proposed decentralized payment system developed by BRICS nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, recently expanded to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the UAE. It aims to enable cross-border transactions in local currencies without depending on the US dollar or traditional Western-led payment system like the SWIFT.
At the recent BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia, this group took significant steps toward establishing a financial system less dependent on the dollar. Their latest tool? A payment platform called BRICS Pay that could have lasting effects on global finance.
The BRICS Pay system leverages the payment infrastructure already in place within BRICS nations. For example, Russia's MEAD network and India's UPI. BRICS Pay will use blockchain technology to validate transactions, ensuring security and transparency. It is designed to be faster, cheaper, and free from external interference. One of the key features of BRICS Pay is its ability to facilitate transactions in local currencies, including the Russian ruble and Indian rupee. This means that businesses and individuals in BRICS nations can make cross-border payments without needing to convert their currencies into US dollars. The new system brings numerous benefits. It eliminates the risks associated with the traditional banking system, such as credit risks and delays caused by reliance on Western-dominated platforms like the SWIFT. By using decentralized ledger technology, it also enhances the security and efficiency of transactions. BRICS now represents 45% of the global population and 37% of the world economy. With the expansion of BRICS and the development of BRICS Pay, these nations are pushing for a multipolar world order, challenging the dominance of the dollar in global trade. Often seen as a geopolitical rival to the G7 bloc of advanced economies, BRICS aims to create a financial system that works for emerging markets, offering alternatives to Western-led institutions like the IMF and the World Bank. As the world increasingly moves towards digitization, systems like BRICS Pay could become more critical in shaping the future of global payments and boost the efforts of de-dollarization. By fostering financial cooperation between member states and reducing dependency on the US dollar, BRICS Pay could pave the way for a more decentralized and equitable financial system.
The recent summit in Kazan highlighted just how committed BRICS is to a multipolar world where financial power isn't monopolized by one currency or country. Leaders from 32 countries attended and 24 heads of state took part, signaling how widely this vision resonates. The Kazan Declaration, a key outcome of the summit, emphasized the need for a fairer financial system that includes and benefits more countries. It also underscored BRICS's commitment to developing alternatives to Western financial institutions and platforms, a commitment that BRICS Pay perfectly embodies. During the summit, BRICS leaders discussed how tools like BRICS Pay could shield their economies from the risks of over-reliance on the dollar, especially as global tensions intensify. By creating a system that serves their needs, BRICS is putting in place a framework that could eventually support a broader range of countries looking to reduce their dependency on the dollar. Many countries, especially within BRICS, have grown increasingly wary of the dollar's sway over their economies. Holding reserves in US dollars exposes these nations to risks tied to US policies and economic decisions, over which they have little control. For example, when the US Federal Reserve raises interest rates, the dollar strengthens, and debt costs in many emerging markets rise, triggering inflationary pressures. Countries like Brazil, India, and South Africa have repeatedly experienced these ripple effects, highlighting the need for an alternative that minimizes vulnerability to US economic shifts. One of the most immediate catalysts for BRICS's de-dollarization efforts is the use of US-led sanctions as a geopolitical tool. When the US imposes sanctions, it often restricts access to dollar-based financial systems like SWIFT. Russia, one of the key BRICS members, has faced extensive sanctions since its invasion of Ukraine, including being largely cut off from SWIFT. This experience has accelerated Russia's shift to alternative payment systems and a greater focus on trading in rubles or yuan with China. Other countries in BRICS recognize the possibility of facing similar restrictions and are thus motivated to support alternative financial infrastructures like BRICS Pay, which could protect them from potential future sanctions. Apart from that, China's economic rise offers an alternative to dollar-based systems for the BRICS bloc and beyond. The yuan's increased use in international trade and investment is significant for BRICS's de-dollarization agenda. China has struck deals with numerous countries to settle trade in yuan rather than dollars, further supported by a series of central bank swap agreements to facilitate liquidity in yuan. With BRICS Pay, the yuan's role in international trade could be bolstered as China continues to push for its currency to play a larger role globally. As the Kazan summit highlighted, there is a growing consensus among BRICS nations and their allies on the need for a multipolar financial order. Over 30 countries attended the summit, many of which are interested in alternatives to the dollar-dominated financial system. By advancing mechanisms like BRICS Pay and promoting local currency use, BRICS is fostering a movement that resonates with other countries wary of dollar dependency. These nations see BRICS's initiatives as a path toward a more balanced and representative financial system, signaling that the dollar's influence may diminish as more countries align with this vision. Moreover, an expanded BRICS coalition could create an even stronger front against dollar dominance. BRICS is actively exploring membership options for other countries, which would increase the bloc's economic weight and provide a larger trading network outside the dollar. With more countries on board, BRICS Pay would have a broader user base, strengthening the bloc's capacity to support trade in local currencies rather than the dollar. This expansion could further erode the dollar's central role, especially as countries look for ways to diversify their foreign reserves. While BRICS's actions present a serious challenge to the dollar's influence, they do not imply that the dollar will disappear from global finance. Rather, the dollar is likely to remain a key currency, but with a reduced role as BRICS continues its push for a more balanced financial landscape. The success of BRICS Pay and other initiatives depends on sustained political and economic collaboration among its members and the willingness of other countries to adopt these alternatives. In the long run, this push toward de-dollarization could create a multipolar currency system where the dollar is one of several major currencies rather than the single dominant force. With the launch of BRICS Pay, it seems the global shift away from the dollar may be picking up speed. Could we be witnessing the beginning of the end for dollar dominance? What do you think? Is a multipolar currency world closer than ever? Or does the dollar still have unmatched staying power? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated on this exciting topic.